All right, so I went to the store and picked up some fertilizer along with some springs for my aerator. Anyways, it's supposed to rain today and no, not today, tomorrow, like 2 or 3 times this week. Anyways, so I picked up this stuff, 4600, and I'm gonna lay a little bit of fertilizer down real quick before I power rake and aerate. Yes, I know I should wait, do it after, but I probably won't get to it for a week or so. Figured I'd just let the rain get a little bit, yeah, figured I'd let the rain go ahead and, here, let me put this in this tripod here so I can get a little bit of stuff here. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and fertilize now. I'm not gonna put down too much, just a little bit, so that I can get a little bit of fertilizer on the lawn before it rains. I already cut it. I mowed it on March 1st. Looks good. Driving through the neighborhood, it looks fancy. Makes a difference, that first mowing. Kind of like, you know, the women who go in and get their hair cut because, you know, to make it grow faster. They cut off the you know, an inch or so of the split ends. Basically what I'm doing with the lawn. If you cut it early, it'll start growing. If you don't cut it, it's not going to grow very fast. If you want your lawn to start growing and greening up, give it a mow. For real though. Alright, let's go. Oh, that's a lot. All right, so I adjusted my setting so I wasn't putting down so much. But now I'm gonna adjust it a little bit more so it's not putting down as little. Let's go, maybe right there. Let's try that. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect now. You see my lawn here? Looks pretty good. See, still got a little bit of snow on the lawn. All right, peace out. All right, let's do some talking here. I want to know how you guys fertilize your lawns. Do you have somebody spray it for you? Do you do it yourself? I obviously have a lawn care business. I do mine myself. I do other people's properties as well. One thing I learned though is some of these spray only, you know, fertilize, weed control, some of those companies who only do that service, I think they have a tendency to over fertilize. So I think they mix their product a little strong, you know, so people's lawns will, you know, be green and grow and just, you know, be weed free. Anyways, I've noticed a lot of them are not weed free. To have 100% weed free lawn, it's kind of pushing it. I see some of these properties that they spray. I mow them. I can see the weeds. I know they're there. But when a customer calls and complains, they come out and spray again for free, no charge. They'll take care of it for you. No big deal, right? Their whole mixture's full of fertilizer again. So they're just dumping, you know, fertilizer on it again. Anyways, my point to this is I have learned, and I have, done it on my own property and properties I take care of, is I fertilize more often, but with less product. So I set the settings a little bit lower so I'm not putting as much granular fertilizer down. And I do put a granular fertilizer on my properties. I feel it's better, slow release. When I mow these properties, I notice that, once they spray and put their lawn sign in the lawn, they basically are crappy to mow for the next 3 weeks because they grow like crazy. I have to bag it. Normally, I'll take like 3 bags off the lawn maybe. After they fertilize, I usually, it's like double or triple that, and that's kind of ridiculous. So what I do is I use less product, but I fertilize it more often. It's worked for me. I don't know if it works for anybody else as far as if anyone else does that, but I do that. That's just what I do. So just a thought, try it on your own lawn. Lawn care people, try it on your customers, see what happens. If you have to make a visit to spray their weeds, spa spray. Don't just send a technician over and throw a whole other dose down on the lawn. I mean, that's a lot of fertilizer, especially if it's somebody else who's taking care of it. I believe that those companies who fertilize and mow the lawns themselves, the full operation, those guys, I think, mix it right. Whereas just the spray companies alone, some of the big national companies, they just put a ton of it in there. So anyways, just my thoughts, my theory on how they do it. I don't know if it's true or not. Don't take my word for it. I didn't call them up and ask them. I just know that sometimes when they spray, it's crazy to mow the lawn afterwards because they get so much grass. So anyways, try that. I do it on my own lawn. Right now, we're putting down, you've seen it in front of this little section of the 4600 that I'm using right now on my lawn. I use that on some customers' lawns when I first, right after I aerate, I'll put that stuff down, and then a couple weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks later, I'll put down a different product. So anyways, I just go down to the local IFA, have them give me what they're using. But yeah, I fertilize more often, but with less product. Try that. Like I said, I'm just talking too much here, so I'm gonna go do this. I gotta finish putting some springs on my aerator and get my stuff ready, because I think next week we're gonna start, depending on if it snows or not. So if it snows, I work. If not, I work. All right, later.